tayo dito sa Kababayan Today at ngayon naman, kausap natin si Tita Amy Agbayani. Siya po ang Vice Chancellor ng Student Diversity dito sa UH Mānoa. Thank you, Tita Amy, for speaking to us on Kababayan Today. So, please talk to us about the student diversity that's happening here at UH.
Well, we have possibly the most diverse student body compared to any American campus, and so we're very proud of that. But we have a lot of problems relating to the underrepresentation of Filipinos at this campus, although they're fairly represented in our other 9 campuses. This is the graduate flagship campus, and even at the undergraduate level, Filipinos are underrepresented. Let me tell you the numbers. In the public schools, we're about 21% among the students. But at this campus, we are less than 10% for undergraduates and only less than 5% among the graduate students. And so the experience of Filipinos in the state of Hawaii is very, very different. We've been in Hawaii for 100 years, as you know, but we started off with the labor migrants working here in the plantations, and then the big 1965 immigration change, which was very, very important in getting a lot of Filipinos to the United States. But that immigration was sort of for 2 purposes. One, labor needs of the U.S., and also family reunification. So for the labor needs of the U.S., a lot of Filipinos on the mainland, actually in the health professions, got visas. Same here, but they also got more from family reunification. And so these plantation workers got in new families, and so a lot of our new residents in Hawaii are from the Ilocos region and some other rural areas.
So
compared to mainland continental U.S.
Yes, the Filipinos there. So the experience, obviously, of the Filipinos in Hawaii is very different from the rest of the mainland. But what do you think are the factors why the numbers of Filipinos enrolling in higher education are so low?
Well, the Filipinos socioeconomically are not doing as well as other Filipinos in other states of the United States. And because they have come from a rural experience, I think some of the what they learned didn't apply here. But it's mostly because higher education and economic status is very closely tied. So we have to make sure that the Filipinos who are currently mostly in service industries move up in the professions, and also that the service industry itself gets better salaries. Like the hotel workers, 60% of the Local 5, which is the union that one of the largest unions for hotel workers, 60%, and the leadership are Filipino.
So how do we encourage the Filipinos that are here in Hawaii that are in the service industry to go back to school to pursue higher education?
Well, you know, they're working 24 hours a day,
more than one job.
So I'm sure many of them, the adult parents, are actually they may be well educated in the Philippines, but right now they're working very, very hard in service employment. And so a lot of our hopes and aspirations are for their children. And we have a number of programs to do outreach to the children. But at the same time, the university and the state of Hawaii is responsible for this, and the public schools are responsible. It's not just us blaming the victim, saying, hey, Filipinos, you know, get with it and go to higher ed. No, the university is responsible for making sure that all segments, including Filipinos. And so that's one of the reasons my office exists and why we have a number of programs.
Okay, so talk to us about SEED.
Okay, SEED stands for Student Equity, Excellence, and Diversity. And we have a number of programs. One of the oldest programs used to be called Operation Manong, which I helped start.
Operation Manong.
Yes, it was probably the first federally funded program with an Ilocano name. About 80% of the Filipinos in Hawaii are of Ilocano background. So we had that program, and since then many other programs. We basically do two things. One, we do outreach to the students before college, sixth grade and even younger, and definitely as they progress.
About the importance of education.
And also working with their parents on financial resources available, and that, you know, many Filipinos don't like loans, and so a lot of things are that way, and that we try to also talk about student employment on campus. Just yesterday, my office found out that we got a grant for $480,000 for a program called Gear Up, which talks about getting students to college. What we do in this program is very different in that we were able to have academic credit for Ilocano as well as Samoan, because in this particular school, Waipahu, it's 68% Filipino. And so we've had great cooperation with the principal, for example, who is funding our Ilocano and our Samoan language person.
Well, it
so
seems...
So we want both pride and ethnic identity, and as well as helping them with, you know, math, reading, and science. We also want to make sure that they don't feel ashamed, but are proud and utilize their history and culture.
Well, it's very apparent, Tita Amy, that you're very passionate about what you do. It's very exciting that there are programs out there for our fellow kababayans who really want to make a better life for themselves. So thank you so much for speaking to us here on Kababayan Today. If you want more information, please visit
hawaii.edu/diversity.
Wonderful. Thank you at maraming salamat. Sa pagbabalik natin sa Kababayan Today, may kakausapin pa rin tayong mga tao dito sa University of Hawaii.